YouTube folks, feel free to skip ahead about a minute. I'm going to go ahead and get a couple of things set up on my end before I get started here. Okay, good morning, folks. My name's Phil Gallagher. I run Thraben University. Today I decided to do something different and actually cast some blue cards. It's been a little while. When I played the Blue-White Stoneblade list, I thought that Spell Pierce was insane, so I wanted to try out another Spell Pierce deck. And I figured Rug Delver was probably one of the best Spell Pierce decks in the format, so why not try that? So this list is a little different than some of the historic lists. Usually you'll see Nimble Mongoose as another 1-drop threat, but I don't really know that that card's all that great right now in the world of Baleful Strix and Young Pyromancer tokens. It seems like it's pretty easy for that to get brickwalled. So I decided to play Hooting Mandrills instead, which is probably just better. The trample's relevant so that you'll push some damage no matter what. The body's big, and with Ponder, Probe, Brainstorm, Spell Pierce, Bolt, Tarfire, Daze, Force, you're gonna fill your graveyard pretty quickly. Of note, there is some tension between Hooting Mandrills and Tarmogoyf, so it's not the best synergy. But since the deck is only playing 11 threats, you don't frequently draw more than one threat at a time. It's kind of like protect one threat and let it get there. That's kind of what this deck is doing. So Wasteland and Stifle seek to keep your opponent on minimal resources so that your threats can just kind of quickly aggro them out. Your threats are going to be high power for a very small mana cost, and that's what you're looking for. If we treat Hooting Mandrills as effectively a 1-drop that takes a few turns to actually go and cast, then really this deck is full of 1-drops, free spells, and Tarmogoyf. So this deck can get away with running very few lands, and can use a good portion of its lands to just deny opponents mana. There are a couple of concessions done for Tarmogoyf here. There's Tarfire, which is a tribal instant, so when in the graveyard that pumps Tarmogoyf by 2. That's a concession to Deathrite Shaman as well as growing the Tarmogoyf. The sideboard is full of regular blue stuff. So it has a Braids for generic removal or artifacts, as well as a Tarfire, Pyroblasts for other blue decks, as well as Spell Snares for assorted decks that are running 2-drops. I mean, that's kind of vague, but it's a lot of the format. You have Winter Orbs to really lock down resources for control matchups, a couple pieces of Graveyard Hate, and a couple generic answers to stuff. I don't really have too much to say. I just wanted to do something a little different this morning. Let's fight. I had a pretty good run yesterday on stream, and then I played 2 leagues with Red Prison last night just to relax off stream, and I got crushed. I think I did a 1-3 and a 2-3. Did not feel good. Got a little unlucky, but pairings were rough last night. Although I somehow managed to beat Burn all 3 times I played against it, which was unusual. That can be tricky. They do not care about Bridge, and Goblin Guide is really good at beating Bridge. It just fills up your hand So despite the fact that like you kind of want bridge in some scenarios in that matchup, it just doesn't work out. I'll keep this. This has multiple pieces of interaction. We'll see where it goes. I'm kind of okay with this, even though this isn't really a threat. So my opponent is going to go like C or bad lands into Deathrite Shaman. I'm going to Tarfire Deathrite Shaman and then Wasteland them. That feels pretty good. Phil, these morning streams are killing me. I get why you're doing them, but man. There won't be too many more of them in such frequency. What, today's like Tuesday, right? So I leave for Latin Academy Friday, so there probably won't be any streams Friday through Sunday. Probably not Monday either. So I'm like trying to get in a whole bunch this week. Opponent did not shuffle with the Ponder, so they probably found another land. I know I have another land on top, which almost makes me want to fetch before I do this brainstorm. Almost. Alright, so... it's not really what I'm looking for in any capacity. I guess I'll just keep the gas and send away some lands. I don't need a third land at all. that one's fine. I think I just want to fire off this brainstorm here to try to find a threat so that I can go. What's a threat? I'm going to put back a force and a lightning bolt. I'll redraw the bolt. Hey, a threat. I don't know whether or not I'm going to draw that force. Yeah, basic planes, the whole, like, not being able to play Brightling online is rough. I will take that force. Tarmogoyf with backup sounds great right now. Like, that's why, honestly, that's why I'm not playing a lot of D&T, is because, like, more so than anything else right now, I want to be testing Brightling. But I can't do that. Alright, opponent's going to get to do some real filtering here and polish up their hand. Oh man, they did not hit land drops. they had that Valk, why didn't they do it last turn? Alright, that's fair. It's unfortunate. If we would have flipped the Delver, we would have had very, very close to lethal, and they wouldn't have been able to fetch again. Maybe for that reason I wasn't supposed to play the Delver, and I was supposed to just keep it as another blue card in hand. Leo's fine. I might not even remove it, honestly. If I draw another bolt, it's just bolt, bolt to the face. Unfortunately, this is going to be kind of annoying because this... Oh, no. I thought this was just going to be like, cast that Jace, bounce Tarmogoyf, but I guess the Jace got shuffled away with the Brainstorm. Alright. That is a good sign for me. That means I can hardcast a Force of Will to protect the Hooting Mandrills. Alright, we should have this one pretty locked up then. Like, the Hooting Mandrel's attack is lethal, the Lightning Bolt is lethal. The opponent would need to both answer Mandrels and answer Lightning Bolt. I should honestly just let this damage go through. Like, get the Leovold off the table and then bolt them. So this is just to make them use the Culligan's command mana to, like, drop any potential, like, Spell Pierce sort of stuff that they have. And then I bolt them out. Yay, I did it. They did not have Force and Blue card left as their only things. Alright, so I want True Name. I want Winter Orb. Power Blasts are probably pretty great. Needle for Jace is probably okay. I guess for Deathrite Shaman as well, but I probably won't board that. So I don't really want Force of Will. This isn't an unfair fight. I probably can trim on the number of, like, removal spells I'm playing. I know these grow the Tarmogoyf by more, but I really want ones that can answer both Leovold and Deathrite Shaman, and Lightning Bolt does that well. I think this looks pretty good. Like, I guess there's some argument for Spell Snare, because, like, it stops Strix, and Strix is really annoying. Like, it does stop Strix and Snapcaster Mage. Maybe that's good enough. Like, trim one more bolt. I trim 2 bolts. Killing Death Ray Shaman is really important. Probably not. Maybe I'll trim 1 pierce. No, 1 probe. That's better. I'm going to keep this since I have Winter Orb. That card's really good. I will brainstorm in response to that. I would love to find an answer to that in some capacity. Nope. Man, my Magic Online is running like super slowly right now. This is very annoying. I'll let them think that I set this Delver up to flip. Actually, no, I'm not, because then my Spell Pierce might get... Like, my opponent might remove my Delver in response to me fetching. And that plays around Spell Pierce. Awesome. Now my Winter Orb is basically invalidated. Well, draws have been stellar. This ramps them ahead for 1 turn. But I have to do something to fight back. I have a lot of lands to discard, but I'll probably discard Spell Pierce and Winter Orb. I mean, Pyroblast is a good draw. Plays just exhaust all those lands and tap out for a Jace. So my opponent effectively has 4 damage a turn to my 1, potentially 3 damage a turn. And all these extra seconds are just like being eaten off my clock due to the lag I'm having today. It's really adding up. Hey, Crazy Catman, welcome. I'm playing Rug Delver versus Checkpile currently. This is ridiculous. I haven't been playing slowly. I'm just, like, melting away my clock for some reason today. Hey Ken, welcome. We're playing Rug Delver against Checkpile. I guess the Tarmogoyf's bigger right now. My opponent can shrink it down over the next few turns, but they don't really have mana to do so currently. I will get rid of the Mandrills. I don't think I need to brainstorm yet. Now I'll fire the first of these off pre-combat. Guess we'll brainstorm twice right now. That stifle is insane. I'll fetch away this daze that's on top of my library.